Inkwell note actually posted today. Curious as why they did it on the 13th. I know the reset day of it is all things as well. Yep, you got finally, right? Alright, post Stargazer upcoming plans. So we're just gonna go talk about your plans and not what's been happening lately. Okay. Hello, Maple Story. Hello, Maple Lords of Global Maple Story. This is... I'm not going to say her whole fucking name because I am terrible with that. Hello, Inkwell. It's been a while since the 20th anniversary commemorative video. Yeah. The content that we have specifically prepared to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Global Maple Story this year has been released one by one. We're grateful that many have enjoyed it. Moosh Run and the expansion of familiars to all remaining regions is something that many of you have been requesting for a long time. As for the release of CSL, some of you figured it out early while watching the 20th anniversary commemorative video, yeah, because you got some really crazy ass sleuths in the community, and it brought us some little joy to see you discover the little hint that we had hidden. Okay, you weren't even really, coy with it. It was actually kind of out there. Thanks for the enthusiastic support, and we'll continue to support, create even better Maple Stories. Today, I'd like to first address a few recent issues. Thank you, and then talk about the post-summer updates and maybe some future direction in the video you heard about. Oh, boss crystals. I was wondering what the hell that freaking perspective was looking. And thunderstorms going crazy outside. First, I'd like to provide some clarity on the boss crystal power crystals, which were mentioned in the previous Inkwell's note. In that note, I'd like you to know that we've reviewed the sales trend of the boss power. Please don't be dynamics, and then reflective of results in the game by version 260. Wait, did you? It's 261. Wait, so did I miss something? Okay. After sufficient internal discussion and review, we ultimately decided not to adjust the weekly sales limit of the crystals and to keep it at 180. Ow, I actually kind of want this to go down to 90 because I'm actually going to need some life adjustments, and doing 180 crystals a week is going to be a pain for me. Oh well. This decision has already been implemented and reflected in the version 260 update. You mean you haven't touched anything, so be a little bit more specific on that, I guess. However, we did not make our stance clear in advance, and this led to confusion for many. Not really a problem. I would like to take this opportunity to reiterate that after taking GMS's service environment and unique balance into account, we would have decided to maintain the weekly boss power crystal sales limit at 180. Yeah, I feel like they should have been a little bit more specific because this doesn't actually directly address the fact that this is going to be an interactive world as well, which we also have interactive server like KMS does, and also Reboot. I feel like this is a bad thing because they're not really taking into account for interactive server as a whole, or even at least acknowledging it. This information has been previously announced in an official Discord, but the message wasn't clear, leaving some people to believe that the matter was still under... Would like to inform you that there has been flinching corner has no change. Have they... I feel like they haven't said anything about this directly at all. Can someone actually let me know where it is? Because I sure as hell don't know what it is. Oh! Introduction of the public test server. Due to the recent occurrence of numerous bugs and a subsequent increase in service downtime, many of you have requested an expression about serviceability. As a result, we are internally reviewing the introduction of a public test server. Next song, good! And they definitely need to vet the people who are coming in. We can't just have every Mo and Joe showing up for this kind of stuff. I really don't think we can. As a way to enforce our bug and quality management system, because you guys have dog shit QA and QC, you need either. I've said this in the past. Have the players help or hire more people. This is going to be a good direction, though. The discussion about the public test server actually began last winter. As well as a full year. But at the time we decided it wouldn't be feasible to pursue due to the various practical constraints and conditions. Okay, as someone who's been on that end of the actual test server stuff, I would actually agree that this is actually very true. However, over the summer, the need for one has once again highlighted internally with the consensus forming across various departments, and we are pushing forward in a more concrete direction. Upon review, we concluded that the introduction of a public test server isn't something that can simply be resolved with schedule adjustments in the development and operations departments, and involves building new infrastructure and introducing changes across the entire production process, and a bit of company-wide stuff as well between KMS and GMS. That one I definitely know for a fact is going to be a problem. And it's something that's going to take some time, 100%. While it won't be feasible to have it ready this year, our goal is to introduce it to the first half of the next year, the first or second quarter of 2026 at the earliest. Very valid. Something that looks like this is going to definitely take some time to schedule internally as well with the parent and child company. Like that's talking about KMS and GMS. Because the time schedule that I know that they're working on, and in the past what I've seen, this is very true. That is gonna... Man, it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to work, because KMS have 3 weeks, and since they're the ones who are actually pushing and creating and pushing the content, I wonder how GMS is going to get actual approval and or be able to execute this plan regardless, this is actually nice to see that they're actually going to give us a definitive, at the latest, mid-2026, so that's good. Interactive World Merge and the Auction House. This one's interesting. As previously announced, the version 262 update will include the Interactive World Merge. This merge is something that has been constantly requested and announced as one of the last year's Inkwell notes. Wasn't it hinted? I don't think it was announced. It will be implemented in version 262, releasing on August 27th of 2025, which is going to be this upcoming patch. Making decisions and preparing for the world merge requires a lot of discussion and time, but we followed the process of finalizing our discussions by incorporating as much feedback as we could from our prior survey. Okay, that they actually did. However, even with this, we recognize that we may not be able to fully satisfy all players. That's always going to be a given. As there are various opinions about how to handle the merge within the survey. In particular, many interactive world players had opinions on auction house fees after the world merge. Yeah, that was kind of wild. You had a lot of people transferring items between servers like that, and a lot of RMT going on. Yeah. After carefully reviewing this matter, we have concluded that given the circumstance, the characteristics and conditions of interactive world currently in GMS, it would be better to operate the auction house fees in a manner different from the environment in KMS where this feature was originally made. Someone's going to have to explain to me what the difference is and how that's going to work, because I don't understand this. Oh, as it says right here. Accordingly, we have decided to waive the 10% fee that's been applied to interactive cross-road transactions in V262. Okay. There will be no fees to utilize this auction house. We hope this will contribute to a more positive outcome for the interactive world merge and enhance the experience of our players even more. I ain't no marketing person or finance person, but I feel like having no fee is not a good thing. 10% is a little high. Maybe like a 3%. But regardless, it's interesting to see that actually getting rid of it. Can I turbo link with the Hyperburner on my whole young? You should. Ooh, MapleCon! MapleCon LA. To celebrate the 20th anniversary of the global Maple Story, this year's Maple Fest will be held under the name of MapleCon LA. MapleCon La Con Maple. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to squish all the names together. We are expanding the scale and preparing diverse content in a new format to appeal to even more people. And see, last year's Maple Festival was a huge success thanks to the enthusiastic support of many. At the same time, we are also able to receive a wealth of constructive feedback. Based on that feedback, we are implementing various enhancements and improvements across various aspects of this year's event to further elevate the experience of attendees. I'm still trying to debate if I can actually afford to go there. I don't think I can, so that's gonna suck. We plan this year's MapleCon LA to be the biggest event of its kind. Befitting the 20th anniversary of GMS, we're currently putting significant effort into designing a new space, developing content, and expanding infrastructure to deliver a more immersive experience. And hopefully, to those who know about it, if you know, you know, about the, I think it was the Taiwan MS's Maple Fest /con. Yeah, I hope they learn from that region's con's mistake, because there was a lot of stuff going on there that was bad. Yeah, however, due to the enhancing the overall quality and expanded scale of the event, combined with recent unexpected changes in internal and external circumstances, the budget required this year has significantly increased compared to previous years. I would not be surprised. To stay true to the quality of the event, we're aiming for while minimizing the burden on attendees. We're exploring the various solutions the attendees we're collaborating with, including securing additional budget. Even with this, the ticket price for this year will unfortunately have to increase compared to last year. Makes sense, valid. This could be disappointing to those considering attending, but we ask for your kind understanding. Okay. Very true. On-site events hosted by GMS such as MapleFest and MapleCon LA allocate all budgets and generated revenue directly towards recouping the costs of the event, preparation and operations. These events do not seek or generate additional profit and will always be designed to express our gratitude to players who support MapleStory. With this in mind, if further ticket price adjustments aren't feasible, maybe GMS has been carefully considering how to provide matching level of satisfaction. We're preparing to enhance the perks while including the tickets to an extent we can. Ooh. Oh, a vinyl? Oh, a lot of people are going to have theirs end up being broken. Oh. How many people even own a record player? Fish item on boon method. I don't even know what that is. Oh, is it this one here? Socks. Socks? Ooh, I like that notebook. Oh, it comes with a pen. Okay, now, why the bro? Okay, does that just mean I'm that fucking old? The fact that I want to go because I want a pen. Damn, I'm old. Ew. I can't really see because there's a lot of stuff. Let me actually try to zoom. Oh, that's right. It's a damn picture, so you can't really enhance it. But there's a vinyl record, tote bag, socks, lanyards, a notebook, damage skin for in-game. Ooh, it's a unit. Doesn't look that good. Maplecon LA chair. Is that an Android? Oh, no, that's a title, metal, speech, and label ring. Ooh, okay. Okay, just generic stuff. Magpot, EXP node, Black Cube. Is that a fragment? Yeah, fragment tickets. 18. Oh, wow. 18 stars scroll for 250. Okay. Is that reflective of the Star Force change later, I guess? Oh, ticket sales will begin on Friday of August 22nd. Oh, that's going to be way too early for me. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough time for me to consider whether or not I'm actually going to be able to afford it. Ugh, I'm going to have to leave that alone then. Yeah, Team GMS is committed to make this year's commitment become more enriching and enjoyable. We are striving to make the best use of your valuable time. We appreciate your interest and support. Now, I'd like to formally share our direction and plans for key features of upcoming game features. How much was it last year? Oh, I have no idea. It was so expensive / out of budget that I didn't even bother checking. Let's see, 262 and 263. I'm not even about reading that. Let's see. Oh, Legion Champion. Wait, this early? Wait, is it Midnight? Wait. Is Midnight Carnival different from Nitro? I'll let the... Yeah, Challenger World League, as we already know. The crossover, we already know. Although this was not in the patch notes, it was actually under the actual event blog post itself, which I find a little bit weird, but okay, next on. 263, skill revamp for all jobs. I'm assuming that's the 2-minute change, right? Boss rewards, improvements, and special skill rings, level 5 and level 6 rings, got it. Hexastat 3, Baldrax, Destiny weapon. Oh, they put them together. Interesting. The ugly UI revamp that I hated. Oh, we're actually getting the MVP. You know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with the MVP change. I like the lobby. The music's good too. Legion Champion, we already know what this is. Loud ass thunder. You know what are you getting Destiny weapon? Oh, I probably never will be able to within the foreseeable future because you need to do hard caling solo. And I ain't gonna be able to do that. Sea Kalos too. Yeah. Gonna make better these changes? Yeah. Legion Champion is a system. Yeah, we already know about that. But I'm gonna read the ones that we don't know about, like Midnight Carnival. Well, this is what I really know about. You know, additional features such as equipment transfer and hair. Oh, so this is the Night Trope. Okay. Why is it so early? Wasn't Night Trope in October? Damn, okay. Oh, Champion double up. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. The Champion Burning will be held to help with leveling up. In addition to Challenger World Pre-Leap event, will be a lot of transfer characters progressing in Challenger Worlds to regular worlds. Also, you can continue to enjoy the Dave the Diver Cross game. That's going to be nice. And, aha! It is the 2-minute change. The burst damage cycle for all classes will be unified to 2 minutes. This will be help keep the game flow of combat more consistent and make it easier to form parties. Yeah. To align with this revamp, the cooldown and special rings will also be just adjusted to 2 minutes as well. If I'm there. Tramak making me hungry. Baldrax. This is going to be a new boss with the highest difficulty that will be up to 3 level characters 290 will be able to take it together. The unique combat pattern and mechanics of the boss will offer a distinct challenge and strategic experience. I'm gonna have to annoy Kobe to explain this to me. Yeah, and unfortunately my Limbo party might have to disband because one of our guys is 289 and he is not gonna be able to get a 290 anytime soon. Destiny weapon and God, they all look ugly. This is the progression of the existing Genesis weapon. Upon completion of the quest, the decisive battle, the Genesis weapon will gain enhanced stats matching those of a level 250 weapon, and be a long-term progression of goals for players. Why did you have to make them so ugly? Bro, there's only like a small handful of the weapons that I think look good. Blaster is the one that I can name that looks good. Although I would dare say that the Genesis version of the Blaster weapon still looks nicer. I love that shade of red. Yeah. What else do we got? Complete UI overhaul. I hate this. Freaking mobile UI looking at this thing. The overall UI, including the character creation screen, main UI, equip, and inventory management screens and tooltips will be redesigned. The cash app UI will be also updated, and the default resolution will be... Oh. The default. That's a surprise. This will offer players a more intuitive and comfortable user experience. Direction of the upcoming winter update. The process of establishing Team GMS last year and launching GMS's own service with the team wasn't easy. Oh, so you're done. Wasn't, as in they're done. They fucking better be done. The process of establishing Team GMS last year... Oh, I read that. The past year has been a journey to grow GMS as an independent service and to prove its unique value, both internally and externally. Yeah, we saw the physical financial report already. Although a lot of misleading wordage on that one. Thanks to the support and the encouragement of many, I believe we've reached a certain level of stability and success in navigating these changes over the past year and this year, although there are still areas where we have room to improve. That's an understatement. While we've achieved meaningful results in terms of the quantitative growth of the service this year, I feel that we didn't pay enough attention to some of the relatively small but crucial details. How long is it tomorrow? Bruh. They're very down to like today. Therefore, this winter we plan on focus on the finer details alongside major content. In particular, we aim to enhance the quality of gameplay experience by focusing with care on unique features. Features exclusive to GMS so that our GMS players can experience the improvements firsthand. No! Get rid of the exclusive content. Fix the problems first, then work on new content. My God. Ugh. In particular, we aim to enhance the quality of the gameplay experience by focusing with care on unique features. Where you read that? This winter's update will center around quality of life improvements over the exclusive content. Is the quality of life improvement just deleting it? But GMS development resources will be focused on improving the overall gameplay experience through the development of the UI features and continue those features. At first glance, these kinds of tasks may seem minor and inconsequential compared to the considerable development costs and the effort they require, while also offering little immediate and visible impact. Given the limited resources available, these tasks have often been lowered in priority or even overlooked until now. Very much so. That's blatantly obvious. However, thanks to the overwhelming support we received from you last year and this year, we've been able to form a general consensus of development direction to improve the game's long-term quality. This winter, we're finally ready to put these plans into action. While there's still development and change, subject to change, and although there are additional improvements that we plan to share once they're more fully prepared, let me first share the items that we're currently working on priorities by category. Oh, what the hell? Expansion level 3 skills to... Oh, no! What the hell have you done? Oh, the max will be... Oh, no. This will address the existing imbalance issue where all certain judges can enjoy the benefit. Yeah, can you also include the fact that some classes' link skills have absolutely dog shit, things like Aaron is only EXP, Mercedes is only EXP, and Evan is only EXP, while somebody like Mihal has also a sole priority benefit skill, but a shareable link version that actually provides support. We need that for those classes that have no combat benefits. Yeah. Additional ways to acquire equipment and restore... Oh, hold up! We recognize that players are facing difficulty obtaining high-end equipment and need to rely on monster drop rates for items, especially in a heroic world where trade between players are restricted. We are considering the introduction of Star Force expansion feature from KMS. We concluded the benefit of increasing this upper limit of player power needed to be maintained, but the acquisition of structure of spare equipment, which is currently focused on boss loot, should be revamped to align with the GMS environment. When we bring over that feature, we plan to prepare various restoration methods and spare equipment acquisition. Oh, pity finally. Oh, acquisition routes commensurate. I don't know what that word is. With the time and effort players have invested. Oh, 4 bullets. Okay. A system that allows players to collect fragments of high-level equipment and exchange them for a completed piece of equipment. A system to restore destroyed equipment via a quest. An item dedicated to restoring an actual item. Reducing the penalty for destroyed items during the penalty? You mean like getting down to 12-star? Okay. Equipment progression assistance. Oh, okay. I should have read this first instead of that, but we plan to provide a way to help Maplers gradually grow their equipment to help alleviate the high cost associated with preparing alternative equipment for item burning and to ease the high cost of replacing or upgrading equipment in situations where only minor improvements. Yeah, support system that helps replacing the item burning equipment step by step. I don't know how I feel and or care about this one. Ooh, familiar system improvements. It's all wait from the. Okay, I need to stop. I need to stop reading the bullets. The familiar system has not undergone significant improvements since its revamp in 2022. We are working on several improvements aiming at improved convenience. Yes. Providing presets inventory and bag slots. Give me 1,000 familiar stacks, please. I have a hoarding problem and I need more space. Removing less preferred elements from potential, adjusting potential. Oh, crap. Wait, does that mean I'm going to hold on to all of my familiars and not open them? Because I have 70 uniques in progress right now. Ooh. Yeah, that could be good or bad. And before they remove boss damage, right? Progression convenience for multiple characters. It is not going to help me because I'm already pretty much done with my crap. Maybe story is structured to encourage the progression of multiple characters as evidenced by Legion. So we are improving convenience with things like sharing prerequisite quest progress between characters within the same account to make quest progression easier and allow the free transfer of some equipment. Some equipment between main and alt characters. Characters within the same account will share progress or prerequisite quests. Isn't that already a thing? I feel like it's already a thing. Weekly quest completion limits will be changed to... You're going to have to give us a list of which ones you're talking about for that one, because... in before weekly Arcane River things, infinite symbols. The transfer of apps of Arcane equipment between characters within the same account. Oh! Hello, more raid power. Oh yeah, if they actually remove the boss lines from the actual rotation and actually make the 40% boss legacy, would suck. 'Cause I have a 20, 20, and a 30. Not saying that's going to happen, but that would suck. System convenience improvements. Ooh. Yes. Yes, I need this. Because you know how many times I'm like just staring at the screen during stream, not saying anything, going like, which one am I looking at? Bruh, this would be awesome. We're improving the convenience of various basic systems, adding a favorite list for the event list, allowing immediate price changes when relisting unsold items. I don't care about that. And enhancing... Wait, doesn't that already exist? Oh, price changes! Never mind. Enhancing convenience in instruction inventory organization. Like click and drag, multi-select, that's what I would want. Uh-huh. Does Rexar have Magic Wand yet? Maybe they'll say it here, but I don't see it yet. There are also some other improvements, improving the process of opening cache items. Okay, minor quality of life, but yeah, that'd be nice. Allowing the bulk opening of content. Bulk open! Bulk open! Hello, crashing my game. What's a Magic Wand? Someone has to explain that to them, because I don't remember what it was. Simplifying the text that needs to be input when obtaining certain items. Yes, Ride or die. No, not Ride or die. Challenger World. Do you want to put it to Hyperion or Kronos? Yes. Right, agree or disagree? You could have just said, if you wanted to go to Kronos, type out Kronos. You want to send it to Hyperion. Hyperion. Like, seriously, whoever actually designed it, I hope they got fired or at least penalized in terms of, like, pay grade and whatnot. Because who the hell thought that was a good idea? Like, I know it's like, you know, this gross of someone saying, oh, I hope they lose their job or get fired. But honestly, if you're that bad, wow. Because, like, seriously, Kronos disagree. What the hell? Please regard this as an introduction to our current direction and ideas we're working on. We'll be providing further details and updates at MapleCon and in LA and in future patch notes. Ooh, at the con. I feel like the one at the con is going to be mostly stuff that we know from KMS already. Maybe some like other stuff like sprinkled in, but yeah. We believe the new developers who have been hired, joined, and trained over the past year are now more prepared. Uh-huh. And we plan to invest additional development resources by this winter, focusing on the areas mentioned above. What about the ones that you didn't mention? Extra QA, please. We look forward to how this will enhance the actual gameplay experience. And if we receive a positive response from many people, we'll do our best to continue making improvements in the direction in the future. One thing I'd like to see them do is also actually open a more of a community post/feedback page, not the one where you have that shows up when you close the game. I don't think anyone even bothers with that. Let's see. Further details about the winter update will be shared at MapleCon in October. Oh, so at the end of Night Troop, yeah. That's gonna be annoying. Friday, going to read a long post. Despite our shortcomings, Team GMS has been steadily growing, and we are prepared a small gift to express our gratitude to all of those who have supported us. Since the upcoming night carnival will take place against the backdrop of Mulan, we've specifically prepared new cosplay as to the theme. We hope you enjoy them. Damn, we get 30. Damn, okay. Let's see, 2 magpots. Run-of-the-mill symbol selector coupon. Ooh, 90 fragments or 3 Erta, not bad. And more fragments in general. Holy crap. 20 EXP nodes, 30 things. I already read that. Oh, bro, this would have been nice to have had before I did the hyperburn for my thing. VIP booster times 10. A magical lotus hairpin. Why does it have the infinity mark? Those are the petals. I am stupid. I thought that was an infinity mark. Magical Lotus. Ooh, cape effect. That's nice. Claim period is from the 13th, which is today, until the 26th. So it's just before the maintenance. Click on administrative. Yeah, same thing as usual. Ooh. I wonder how long they took them to actually work on the graphics for this. Why is Dr. Kim just hiding with the snail? I don't trust Dr. Kim right now. What are you doing there with the snail, man? Yeah. We will continue to prepare a global Maple story that will provide Maples with a ton of fun in the latter half of this year. Thank you. Okay, what's your thoughts on it? Yeah. Though it does lack certain components where I would like them I would have liked them to have responded or acknowledged certain things. But I guess them focusing on the positives is a very good idea. I'm guessing they moved Midnight Carnival so it doesn't mess with MapleCon. Actually, very valid, Hornetsaurus. Very valid. Yeah. Overall, I would also agree with you, Noel. I would agree with you. It is actually, I would say like 85 to 90% good, 10%, 15% negligent on areas that I would have liked them to have not acknowledged. The Maple test servers that we're going to be getting, that we're hopefully going to be, no, the wording says yes. The wording says yes. At the latest, it'll be the middle of next year. Yeah, I'm hoping that they don't make it public, and they do what they did back then for Tespia, where they actually vetted people and had people apply and needed to be approved. Hopefully it makes us mad and give us what they know that we already want. I think they just make us mad and give us what they know we already want. And it could be on that one. I wanted the boss crystal change, but them not making it worse is also what I guess, yeah. Honestly, I was actually hoping, let me scroll up so we can actually have some talking points. Yeah, I was actually hoping for them to actually keep the cost or increase it, but reduce the crystal count. Although this is personally for me, so don't worry about this. This is not like a general feedback. This is just for me. I'm aiming to get a job because obviously me hitting Twitch partner is not going to be a realistic thing nor sustainable. And getting an actual job is going to be necessary, and having time to do crystals might not be possible for me anymore. But yeah, that's besides the point. Introduction of the test server, we already talked about that. The merging of this thing, I am not a subject matter expert, nor someone who has experience with this, so I don't think I have any valid talking points on the World Merchant Auction House. MapleCon, I am too broke to afford this. And version 262, Legion Champion. Yeah, Legion Champion, this thing was significantly delayed. Like, we were supposed to get it, I think, it was supposed to be July. What am I going to do? That's besides the point, Stromix. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, skill for fans, a 2-minute change in September. Boss improvements, Hexastat 3. Yeah, September is going to be next month. Wait, is Nitro only a month? Yeah, it's on the... There's no way Nitro is only a month. Was it that short last year? Ugh, that's gonna be annoying. And the new rings, that's gonna be interesting because that's gonna mean Baldrax and Limbo will start dropping to level 6 crystals, which should be fine because I should be in Himbo and normal Baldrax. Hopefully I find a party for that. Destiny weapon. Realistically speaking, only regular servers should be seeing people get the Destiny weapon in Reboot. I don't think we're going to see anybody for a while. Is anybody actually soloing Sea Kalos and Hard Calling? Sea Kalos, I think there actually are maybe 1 or 2 sprinkled in here there. But Hard Calling, I know we get 10% extra final damage. But I don't think that even that is enough for us to see anybody get to that state. So in Reboot, we should probably not see anyone get Destiny Weapon for a good long time. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the 2-minute change makes it plausible. I don't know. Someone's got to explain the math to me on that one. Version 262 Legion Champion, we already know. Nitro, we already know. Champion Burning is a revisit of the previous event. Always going to be nice. Version 263, though, 2-minute change. Ball Drags, Destiny Weapon. They all look ugly. Changed my mind. They suck. And Direction, though, a lot of good points for here, though. Yeah. The level 3 Link skills is very weird. Oh, wait, that's true. What if this actually improves and actually makes the Destiny Weapon Liberation actually plausibler? Although regular server is going to be steamrolling a lot of things, a lot of content at this point. I wonder what KMS is going to say about this one specifically, because this just, yeah, okay, let's all be honest. More damage, yay, but at the same time, I was never expecting this to be an outcome. I thought some getting level 2 and level 3 was a reasonable balancing act, but damn. But this, number 2, additional ways to require equipment and restore damaged equipment. The fact that they actually have 4 different avenues that they're exploring to implement, holy shit. I was expecting only like pity drop of some variants, but not this. I don't care about number 3. Number 3 was whatever. Familiar improvements though. Providing familiar system presets, expanding familiar. Yeah, this already, yeah, the slots. I'm gonna need those slot enhancements, buddy. Progression, convenience for programming multiple characters. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to assume something like EXP share, but for item acquisition. I wonder how stacking links will have changed. Oh, that's true, Pink. How's that going to work? I'm going to imagine that they're going to leave it at level 6 because 2 times 3 is 6, and they could easily just make it and reduce the need for people to have to make new characters of those varieties. Yeah. Restoration of Boom. Yeah, Tremix. But restoration of in quest form, that part I'm very curious. I'm going to assume is killing the respective boss that drops that respective item X amount of times, which is slightly what I was hoping for and theorizing a couple of months back when we were discussing this. Oh, I would love to see this. This is version 263, right? Okay, winter update. So 6 months. I am hoping this gets revealed at MapleCon. Oh, I would love to go there, but I can't afford it. Convenience, though. This is minor, but at the same time, very nice. They're adding the favorite features to the event list. Bro, that's going to be so nice. And I swear to God, if we have to actually pick and choose one for every specific character instead of across the board, I'm going to... You know what? Screw it. Yeah, a win is a win. A dub is a dub is a dub. Ugh. And inventory and convenience system, that'd be nice. Under conveniences... Bulk opening, that's gonna be nice. Invincibility. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, because some of your iframes you can't put on your buff favorites UI. Some of them can't be put there for some reason. Well, obviously because of the skills type, because some of them are actually both the skill activation and the skill duration is a different skill for some classes. I know that for a fact. So yeah, this is gonna be nice. This is gonna be nice quality of life. But yeah, overall, I'm honestly not too surprised of them ignoring all the negative shit that they've done, but yeah. But hey, I think it's a smart choice having him ignore all the faults and negativity that's been floating around. But although at the same time, this might help curb the toxicity from certain communities that have been doing a lot of vile BS. Especially, apparently, there's been some people talking about GMs and CMs needing to be... I'm not going to say the words, but honestly, a lot of people in the community need to shut the hell up and not over-exaggerate. Or over-express themselves. Honestly, I've talked shit about them a lot because of how disappointed I am in certain aspects, but it doesn't mean you go that fucking far. Yeah, but overall... They set the bar high on this. Yeah, I agree. And I am hoping this is not going to fall short like they did with the exclusive content. I'm still 100% on the side of the argument that Ride or Die and all GMS exclusive content of that variety needs to be axed and removed. Improve on your shortcomings before you overreach with content. with mechanics and quality of life stuff, I don't think they have ever fallen short on that. Well, except for the auto harvest, but they've done good enough to actually rework it a little bit. I will give them that. But yeah, they should definitely address their shortcomings first before they overreach for other stuff. Honestly, if you do 1 month's worth of bosses, you should be able to get a pitch. Nah. No, I feel like no. I feel like the first acquisition should take less than a year, but definitely not more than a year. But getting a spare should not take longer than the first initial acquisition. I would dare say 2-3 months would be a respective amount of time to acquire the destroyed one. Because that's typically how long every time a Star Force event shows up. I didn't know for like 2 years. Their earrings. Oh, don't worry. We'll look at that guy who has 5 years and hasn't gotten a book yet. That guy's still going. I feel sorry for him. But honestly, Trimix, though, like I said, a first initial drop should not take longer than a year. But getting a spare should not be a month. That is, well, like, a month early for every Star Force? Yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be a month, though. But other than that, guys, to close on this, really good note. Really good note. Other than that, guys, what do you guys actually personally think about this? Because overall, big W. Kind of would have liked them to acknowledge the negativity that's been going around, though, but think there's overall a strategic exclusion of that. But other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next read. Later.